first time in the world history, citizens have decided to charge their nation's problems to court. Nigerian major problems, namely corruption, terrorism, religion, loans, the press, and protests. Yes, even protests will be... Sir.
Cry, Nigeria. Cry for that woman who for years fight Ankara, deprived herself of Ankara.
My lord, look closely at this headline, this one, and before I forget, this one too. I could take you through local and international newspapers, all pointing the same words, the same person, the same name. This man. This man standing trial today, not just for what his name means, not just for the billions of naira he has embezzled, but for the millions of lives his actions have taken, the millions of dreams he has taken away, the hundreds of years he has set this nation backward in terms of development. Your Honor, it is my duty to present to this honorable court the accused. By his actions, he has defied his oath of office. He has intentionally embezzled 400 billion naira. 400 billion naira embezzled by one man. This man.
I came into this courtroom today feeling like the second devil, and that's because the main devil was already waiting for me here, arrested, chained, and ready to be prosecuted. I came into this courtroom today feeling like the second devil because that's what newspapers, blogs, and everyone says I am for choosing to defend this man. I came into this courtroom having received series of threats and intimidations. So why am I here? Because I believe this man is innocent. I am here because I believe every man deserves a fair trial by law. Your Honor, my client standing trial today is a global citizen, one who has been a peaceful citizen of any country he has lived. But one may wonder, and logically so, if this man has lived peacefully in other continents of the world, then why is he a problem in Africa? Why is it that it's mostly in Africa that he has spread faster and more dangerously than the speed of Omicron in a sneeze? It goes to show one thing, that this man isn't the problem, and that I am determined to do.
Corruption. You've been in government since 1999, am I right? In the over 2 decades of politics, you've been in both the legislative and executive. In those 23 years, you've been accused of corruption 23 times. You've been interrogated 8 times. You've gone to jail once. But as of today, your campaign posters are everywhere. So tell me, doesn't these numbers serve as statistical proofs to show that you are a criminal?
Statistics you claim says leaders are criminals. But I'd rather not stick to stats, I'll face facts. Real facts which says that we all are criminals. Yes, ours is a nation where thieves judge fellow thieves for stealing more. Meanwhile, Nigeria's corruption begins from the home, where fathers take lion shares for heading the family. So why won't we politicians take lion shares when we head the nation? I mean, political criminals are just ceremonial criminals. The real criminals are you. You who claim chance to skip facts and act right to be ticked right at this light. Meanwhile, you are sons of the moonlight. Sons of the moonlight. You sell your votes during election to the highest bidder, claiming government never gets better. And of course, when government never gets better, you get bitter, forgetting that you make things hard for us politicians by billing us during elections. So we make things hard for you too by stealing from... Sorry, we don't steal. We only harvest our investments and add a little interest from the loans we took to invest. But guess what? We are not criminals. We are investors. The real criminals are you. You fake certificates for employment, fake age to skip retirement, fake pregnancy to skip entanglement. You buy cokes without returning the bottle. You don't attend classes but you pass exams. You are criminals.
It is easy for you to shift the blame to the masses. Blame the past administration for your losses. Blame COVID-19 for your crisis. You can blame everyone except yourself. So tell me, In whose watch has once peaceful city become ashes? They claim the masses collected 2K, sold their PVC. What would you have them do when PVC is the only thing that sells in an economy you're already mortgaged as collaterals for loan? What would you have them do when during campaign you never told them that you were using them for blood money? The only difference between blood money and public funds is that where one sacrifices his people to the occult, the other sacrifices his people to accidents on bad roads, insecurity, crisis, and many more, which you mastermind. Daily, you gulp down billions of naira, which you use to digest your exorbitant salary and allowances that you place yourself on.
How much is my salary? 3.5 million monthly for a president? 42 million annually? Is that what you call exorbitant? You see, the funny part is that the salary of a president in this country annually cannot even afford his party's nomination form, talk more of campaigns. And we all know the politics of this nation, that any politician who doesn't spend has no second term. So in order to meet your terms, we have to loot your firms.
Oh, so that's why you stole 36 million naira and blamed it on the snake. Am I correct?
No.
You later stole 17 million and blamed it on the monkey. Am I right?
It was the monkeys and the snakes who stole.
The snakes and monkeys can steal. Why are they not here standing trial with you?
Well, I'm not to blame you. You blame the police. They haven't apprehended them.
I wouldn't be wrong to say that snakes and monkeys never knew they had magical powers until they met you.
Objection, my lord. The question assumes facts not in evidence and is a leading question.
Sustained. Do you have evidences?
Yes, my lord. Can you read it before the court?
1999 to 2002 Economic Crimes Commission report on corruption. 1. 23 million naira bribe bridge project, Abode community, embezzled. 500 million naira primary school teachers pension, embezzled.
Am I right to say that we were informed that about 3 pensioners who came to your office 3 months ago and were protesting for their retirement allowance and they died in front of your office?
Yes, I mean
yes, that you were aware that they died in your office, or know that you weren't aware that they died in front of your office?
Objection, my lord.
Objection overruled.
If only you had told workers that civil service is now for 45 years, 35 years as workers, and then 10 years as pensioners who are protesting for their little money called pension. Mr. Man.
We're here live in the courtroom today and we witnessed the drama, or what you may refer to as comedy, as corruption who is standing trial for the embezzlement of 400 billion naira slumped during cross-examination.
And many Nigerians who have been following this case on social media believe that the accused faked his emergency to avoid the fact-revealing questions asked by the prosecuting lawyers. Now the big question is, what's next on corruption?
To find out the answer, please stay with us as corruption will return to court in episode 2 of the poetry movie series Poetry Court, coming up in 10 days.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all social media handles, which include Facebook, TikTok, Instagram and Twitter at Info Arts Academy.
Isn't this suspicious, strange and miraculous that the tape that is supposed to convict that man over there is nowhere to be found?
There's no tape, sir.
Where is the footage?
Objection. Asked and answered.
Cry, Nigeria. Cry. Cry for that woman who for years fight Akara, deprived her